Hi, I'm just hanging out with my dog, Blake. He's over there. It's a beautiful day. And I wanted to take a second to talk about approaching a gallery, because that's a question that I get a lot. Okay, number one, find a gallery where your work fits. Don't waste your time just choosing a gallery at random. Don't waste your time or their time. Visit the gallery in person if you can to scope it out. Not approaching them during that initial visit, but just to check it out. Act like you're just any customer. And take a look at the other work that's shown there and the price range and the style of the work. And if your work would not fit in there, like if you couldn't imagine your work in that gallery, then don't waste your time. It's not the right place. Okay, just so you're aware of the different kinds of galleries that are out there, the standard consignment galleries, which is the vast majority of them, they take anywhere from 20 to 80% commission. More standard is around 40 to 50%. Okay, that's normal, so don't be shocked if you didn't know that. Then there's co-op galleries. Those are run by artists, and that's where the artists cover the expenses of running the gallery, and you often have to sign up for part of the labor of running the gallery as well, which is not the same thing as a vanity gallery. A vanity gallery is, you might be getting emails from them already if you just started putting your work online. Blake, please. And vanity galleries, avoid them at all costs. They charge you outlandish fees just to show in their gallery, and they often have the promise of exposure to a large audience of art collectors or whatever, but it's normally a scam. If you have somebody emailing you offering to show in their gallery for a fee of $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, don't do it. You'll probably want to use your judgment and take different approaches when approaching different galleries. Use your judgment, but the basic way that I go about it is, the first thing you should mention is that you visited their gallery or that you looked at their website and you saw the other art that they are selling and that your work fits in with the other artists that they represent. If you're sending an email, attach a link to your website or actually attach JPEG images of your work. I would say no more than 3, and make sure the JPEGs are small. You don't want to send a huge file to somebody. That's a big no-no. Make sure to mention your retail price range, and mention that fits in again with the retail price range that you saw in their gallery, and that if they're interested, to call you back or email you back, and you would love to meet them in person, or if they're out of state or far away, that you would be happy to send them a few of your pieces on a trial basis. If there's no response, wait a couple weeks and then follow up. Say, did you get my email? I wanted to see if you got my call. Sometimes, they're very busy and it takes them a while to get to it. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're not interested, but don't pester them, Follow up once or twice and then drop it. Then let the chips fall where they may, Don't take rejection personally. Be persistent. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If somebody responds to you in a rude or arrogant way, that's unprofessional. You don't want that person representing you in your work anyway. So, think about it like that. You want to find someone who is positive and most importantly, a place that is right for your work, where they actually have a chance of selling your work. You got to think about it like you're in it together. You make them money, they make you money. It's a symbiotic relationship. So when it comes to actually, talking to the galleries, that initial time, the hardest part is just, working up the guts to do it. If you've not done it much before, it's going to be scary at first, and you just have to do it anyway. And you're going to make mistakes, you're going to make a fool of yourself, but it's the same thing. It's like with job interviews, you know, when you go looking for your first job, it's the same thing. So just do it. But I would say most of the actual work involved is in finding which galleries to approach. So do a web search, go visit all the galleries in your local town, you know, look around a lot before you decide on a gallery, and then make a list of, you know, the top 5, and then zero in on those ones and try call and email each one. You can also send them, you know, brochure or something of your work in the mail. So there are a lot of different approaches you can take, but above all, be professional and be positive and be persistent. And eventually, you know, if you keep trying, you'll get into a gallery.